Or you could just chill and wait, and they'll probably just drop it off at your place, and it'll be a normal package. But I mean, whatever floats your boat, whatever your budget is, I think you'll be okay in the end. But seriously, shout out to Hondro, because he has been helping a lot of people, and just feel free to either email the forging at artifact.com or just be nice and understand that this dude is definitely trying his best to help go through a lot of these. So, we got a whole team, whole lot of people doing all sorts of things. It's super cool to see. I love seeing people already breaking the shoes out, and I think it's gonna be fun to see more of the fit pics. Like Johnny was saying, I got some stuff tucked away. I'm just holding back, just seeing what everybody else is doing, getting a little inspiration. I saw Matt come out with some heat. Mattyverse, I gotta post that one. Oh, somebody already did. Yep, somebody. Literally fairy. Perfect timing. But his video is, that song was so good. I just it just makes you want to dance. And so I just I don't know. I just loved it. It was good. It was a good one.
But bro, the dude killed the edit. I had no idea he had that in him. He's been doing some stuff. He had a Lego one and some other things. But this one, I didn't know he had the moves, dude. What the hell? Somebody get him up here. We need to have a little dance lesson, I think. But we also have Rose Jade up on stage. Hello, Queen. How you doing?
Hello, hello. Happy Friday. What a wonderful time for a space. It's amazing. Such good vibes. Seeing everybody on the timeline so happy.
Yeah, the mood's been up. I can say that for sure. And we've got loads of other things coming up as well, things to look forward to, people's content. I personally am very, very bad at, being in front of the camera. But if somebody wants to make my demon clone filter, because I can do it, but I just would really rather have somebody else, do it for me, just as a gesture of kindness if you want to. If anybody wants to do that. But yeah, I want to make some content as well, but I just don't really want to put my face out there. I'm not as good looking as Johnny, okay? Johnny, how do you tend your beard?
Let it grow as nature intended. Maybe a little bit of oil every once in a while to keep that skin nice and fresh. But other than that, God's done his job quite well.
Blessed, absolutely blessed. Okay, maybe I might as well grow mine as well. Compound, how you doing?
Now all I need to do is have the metadata grow it out.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope one day we can make that happen. There's a few things that I would like to get rid of. Maybe the veins that are on my face.
I started growing my beard just so Johnny would respect me when I get to SneakerCon. I couldn't show up without some facial hair. Imagine.
As long as it's not Patches O'Houlihan, you're good.
Yo, I gotta go shave my face in shame, because I'm just 2 weeks deep into staring at my 3 screens, forgetting that I gotta do that. Woo. It's okay. Some of us are meant to be clean shaven, pink haired, bowl cut loving, just living life, not caring.
Without any eyebrows.
Yeah, dude.
If I saw you with a pink bowl cut in real life, oh my God, that would make my life.
Yo, I think pull up with a pink bowl cut, bro.
That would be wild. I've actually wanted to dye my hair a bunch of times. I've done it when I was younger, but it's just been so long that you can't. I was working in the corporate world, yo. I couldn't really just pull up with some crazy wild. I was already pushing it with my hair as it was. Yeah, it's all good though. We'll see.
Well, now you're falling behind because of that, right?
Yeah, for real.
Now you got to compete with that.
I think Clegg, it looked like when he was at Burning Man, he dyed his hair or something.
It looked blue, bro. I thought I saw blue.
Wait, he dyed his hair?
I thought I saw some blue in it. I don't know. I don't know what color it was.
He survived Burning Man. That's all that matters, because it looked like a mess out there, but survival is what they were going for. And honestly, some of the videos he posted, that would be a fun place to go take pictures or videos. I'm one of those people. I think there's too many so many places I've seen on like online. Like there was a shout out to Murakami's photographer. Dude, this guy is so sick. He was at the Geisai event, and it was so crazy because I've been following him for the longest time because he's like one of the most famous like Japanese street photographers. And he just has one of these crazy Instagrams that you probably like see his just pictures because they're so viral and just Japanese-esque. But um, yeah, sometimes what the world just presents you, you just take a good picture and you just keep doing it. It can be really cool. But we
Sorry,
got V on
Cass.
stage. Speaking of photographers,
1 second. Sorry, Cass. I think your mic is rubbing on something. Very sparkly sounds happening.
I have my demon hoodie up right now.
Oh, that's what it is. I can picture it all now.
Demon activities, bro.
Just a tad bit.
Hi, B. How you doing?
Hi, happy Friday, you guys. I guess I need to shave as well. Just kidding. That would never happen. The mustache is forever. You will never catch me slipping. Where the hell's Cam?
For real.
That's what I would like to know. I just want to know what's up with that.
He's too busy working.
That fool just sent a picture of a mimosa, so...
Hey, where's Cam at?
Where's Cam?
Hold on.
He's in spill the tea mode, so...
Well, actually, even...
Maybe we'll let him finish that first, and then he can jump on and spill more tea.
Even if he was around, I wouldn't let him up, because I'm saving him for next week. He's our guest for next week, okay? So you guys gotta be patient.
Imagine him in the reflect
Caps
the whole time.
Alpha.
Alpha. Okay, let's, I guess we can start talking about some of our favorite things that we've seen in the past month, or even you can go back if you have a better memory than I do. You can go through the Artifact Creator threads, which are on the website in the article section. And I don't know if I am allowed, because I've already chosen my favorites. They are in the threads. So I'm going to pass it over to whoever's brave enough to be the first one to favoritism somebody in the community. Who's going to do it? Come on, don't be shy. Compound.
Don't be shy, guys.
Come on, Compound.
I mean, I have been just hella motivated ever since Ali dropped that one video, though. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the 3D, it's got me back into 3D for sure. And now that I have 2 clones instead of just one, having both my Johnnies, it's like figuring out ways to create content. And then I think now with everyone else kind of getting into it in a way, and people really starting to actually download their files, and people actually wanting to see that, like, their clones, because I think Ali really kind of showed what was possible as far as like how intense that these things can look, as far as like realistic. And I mean, that made me feel that we could have a Netflix special, literally. It's like or one of these animated series, like to compete with Family Guy or The Simpsons or something like that, based off of the quality of it, right? So it's like, for me, I've been almost dedicating at least a couple hours randomly after my design flow to just be able to just work with my artifact stuff again, and working with the shoes and the crypto kick IRLs, knowing again that's obviously a thought in the future always, as far as collaboration with sneakers goes. So yes, it's been really fun to work and actually get Google Drives of a lot of other clones, with this file sharing thing and being able to create content and stories all on our own. It's just been really fun. I don't really have a specific piece of work to like highlight, but this past month's it's been fun to just kind of get back in it from the last 6 months of like just really hyper focusing on Web 2.
Johnny, talking about flow, how is it like for you to, be creating in 2D when you're doing your Photoshop stuff, to then transition into Blender and start doing 3D?
It's it's like almost mixed at this point, because almost every single thing that I do in Blender goes right into Photoshop afterwards. That's where I add the smoking effects. This is where I add a lot of lighting effects. This is because like Photoshop is my my thing. I've been doing it for 15 years. And so with Blender, I'm just trying to utilize it with the 3D aspects, but then really kind of just honing them in and really kind of blending them seamlessly. And it's been to my detriment. Obviously, I have a lot of work in Web 2. I'm working probably 100 hours a week minimal doing that, plus whatever I want to do for Artifact and Web 3. But it's I see guys using Unreal Engine, and I see people using these other applications that I want to use, right? I know Repsy got into Marvelous Designer for the clothing and everything like that. So there's so many amazing applications that do specific things that even me, I haven't jumped into them quite yet, but Blender has been one of those amazing free useful tools. And then using community and the Discord from Bad Take as well as Artifact to get 3D files and all of these other random things to work with, and then just having more and more of these clones actually hopping into it and wanting to learn it themselves. You're getting a lot more help and a lot more clarity a lot faster, because a lot more people are actually utilizing this stuff and wanting to create stuff for their own clones. So I'm just trying to use what I have at my disposal, but it's a lot, right? I think this is what's so cool, is with the team actually knowing that we have these assets and trying to figure out better, easier, more seamless ways to get all of the clones to download their files and to work with them and to create content. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if you have like 100 clones creating content, you got some story. But if you have like 10,000 of them, it's a little stronger, right? So went on a little bit of a rant, but yeah.
We love a rant. Thank you for that.
Those videos got to be seen more. Like the ones that you guys just made for the sneaker con looked amazing. Like if I put that in my boy's store, who has a sneaker store, and people start seeing that, like they're gonna be hyped about the sneaker con, and then they're gonna notice you guys over there and be like, "Yo, what are those kicks? You actually have them, and like you have the story now." In the future, just grows.
Wait, who did make that animation? Cass, do you know?
That was you, Cass, right?
Yeah.
I mean, bro. I mean, looking at your progression has been insane too, right? It's like, shit. It's amazing to see, my guy.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's definitely it's like you said, jumping into the different platforms and not being a little scared about it, and then trying to take like what you do know and just apply that as well. Because for me, like a lot of stuff, like Johnny said, like I'll do video editing and I'll try to just basically let the game engine run as long as possible, like until my computer crashes. So it's like I've definitely wrecked my computer and overheated it a bunch of times, and it's like filled to the brim. But you can just cut that up into like 20 seconds sometimes, and it'll look cool. But yeah, it's a work in progress. I think that's the fun part, because like you realize once you start swimming in the deep end with like creative tools and different ideas you want to do, and you're like, damn, like there is so much more. Like there is just like an endless amount of things, and so it's super exciting. That's why, yeah, it's why it's fun. I think if you want to do it, just jump in. I think V is also one of those people who is a great example, because just seeing like your lighting setup and like your camera setup the other day, I was like, holy shit. I was like, I've never done that before, but that looks so sick. I was like, that's like just such a really like dope way to actually set up a room in such like a tight like space. And then it's also like exactly how you would have to do everything in the 3D world. And that's why I feel like she's just really adapted super well to making cool stuff in 3D.
Thank you for such kind words. I think the biggest thing is, if you like something out there in the world, whether that's made from artifact or whether that's made in a film or a photograph, like pull all the references, all the things you like, and iterate your version of it. That's pretty much how art works in general. None of us are original.
Compound is like, what do you mean?
If Valeria has this saying where she's like, if everyone is unique, then are we actually unique?
Wait, but in my bio,
I don't know.
I'm way too unique to be a copy, so I'm original. Why are you putting me down right now, V?
I'm not calling you out. If you
I'm
might take it
joking.
personally.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm
No
sorry.
one
I'll take it
gets
back.
it.
Let me chill. I'm gonna mute myself.
I met Sneeko yesterday, guys. I don't know if he's cool or
You
whatever.
didn't even know.
You met
Bro, you're
Sneeko, chill.
I don't know who he is, bro. My
You
boy's like,
didn't
yo, that
even
guy's
know who he
famous.
was.
He came into my boy's store. I'm like, I don't know him, bro. You guys know him.
He posted on Thailand and said, "Who's this?" And everybody commented. I was like, "Damn." Hey, you called on me earlier, Ferry. I was just not ready because I was looking for a post. I wasn't scared to talk. Like I've talked on Spaces before. This ain't my first time, so but I'm not scared to talk. But I will talk. But anyways, my favorite thing from the last couple months is gotta be, well, kind of what Johnny said is that the creators have like this friendly competition. They're like challenging each other, and they're all like making these huge steps up. Like it seems like within the last 3 or 4 months they've just been putting out shit like on levels that they know have stepped up from their last levels, and I think it's because it's the friendly competition within the ecosystem. Everybody's pushing each other, but I'm gonna be a little bit biased. The coolest thing that I saw this month is Mozzie has been putting out the 3D prints, and my clone is one of them. In that picture at the top, Tevies is in the background. He's done a print of his own clone, and there was just something. Of course, I'm biased. So there's something cool about seeing the clones come to life, and I guess I just didn't know how like detailed 3D printing can be. And then we've been in the DMs, and he's been practicing his painting skills. So not only is he printing, but he's having to learn how to paint these things. So I've been really impressed with what Mozzie has been doing with the 3D prints. That's my choice for this month.
What a fantastic
Bro.
choice. And I'm so glad that you're not shy to speak, because for a minute there I was like, is it because it's not bad take? Is this
Bro.
not his people? Like, it's okay, don't be shy.
Does he not like us?
Why don't you
No, I'm
like
just
us?
nervous.
Yeah,
I
I do
just get
gotta give
nervous
a
around cats and
damn chill, chill, bro. I was gonna say I do gotta give a shout out to Mozzie though. He has such a cool design style, very like unique, but anime and cause and like a bunch of different things all at once. It's still unique. Like V said, it's all a remix, but you know nobody's like original. But they are. That's the best part because you know like I gotta disagree. I'm sorry, but it's like the snowflake theory. Like you know every snowflake is slightly different and all that. But it's like the 1%. Like you have to get down to like the microscopic level, and that's where you know like art, creativity, ingenuity, all that shit lives. That's why humans are cool. So, yeah.
So all snowflakes are different, but we're all made from water. Let that sink in.
See, drip, 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 drip.
Yo, I'm gonna have too much drip. I'm dripping.
Hey, secretly, where's your drip photos?
he said he misses his shipment.
Bro, I'm gonna have so many. I'm gonna have so many fit pics once these Air Force Ones get here too. Bro, it's insane.
Secretly, why don't you got your stuff?
Oh my god.
No, secretly, don't worry, you, bro. I don't even have an update on mine. They haven't even been picked up, so don't worry.
Bro, come
You'll
to
get
New
them.
York, bro. We're gonna run the streets.
I wouldn't live in New York even if they told me I got my shoes sooner. There's no way.
Dude. We got our shoes already, bro. They're here. Like, it has landed in New York. I missed it. Past my house, bro. What do you want me to say? It was around me. I missed it, bro. It's coming back. And I'm gonna have that. Maybe first. I don't know. But they were closer to me first. If you really want to know. If you know, you know.
Secretly, just don't be that guy who's like trying to update his FedEx location every like third day or like every 3 hours or something like that. Because yeah, that might cause problems. But we'll get everything sorted. I think as people have seen, it's moving a little bit quicker this time, and yeah, it's gonna be okay. But we got Sunred and Meryl who just joined. Sunred, what's going on? What's up? How everyone doing? So I just want to.
I can't really hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, super quiet.
No.
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 Wait,
Can you hear
how
me
did
now?
we do that?
Yeah. You sound good.
Okay, awesome. I'm in the car right now. My bad. So basically, I just wanted to highlight the creations from the last month that I liked, and I just wanted to say that it's Wayne.eth with his like mirror animation of Johnny, and the one of Taiwan swag was awesome. I love how like the clothing was moving, and it was super quality. So good looks for like making something awesome like that. Very inspiring. Another one I wanted to highlight was Rita's animations with all his like different scenarios and funny bits. I really loved how the mouth movements were really accurate, and that's something I'm trying to figure out right now. So, super inspiring. And another one with the mouth movements was Dark Data with the AI integration. That was awesome. And by Lilo with the Wonder Dynamics. Um, what he's pumping out awesome stuff with that, and that's super interesting because it's like another solution for making short films and like animating, and it's really inspiring. And then last one I wanted to highlight was Ela Orbis with the production he had with all the different DNAs. That was really inspiring, and it was really cool to see how the sound changed with each of those quote unquote vibes, and it was awesome. So I just wanted to shout out the creators.
Shout out to Illa for buying that angel and that demon angel combination. Wow.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Wayne's piece of my new clone. Honestly, this is again what's so dope about the community, right? It's like I think I probably given my files to probably 15 people in the last couple of weeks, right? From people saying, "Yo, I want to create content with your clone." But again, this is the awesome side effect of being active and just being part of the community in a way where it's like you have these amazing artists and all these different mediums, like just taking your stuff and like bringing it to life for you. So, yeah, shout out to Wayne, shout out to Dom Jordan, shout out to got them forgetting them right off the top of my head, but yeah, shout out to everyone who's asked for the files and just doing work on the clone. So
Yeah, that's one of the best feelings when you see a DM and you open it up and there's a creation of your clone just randomly made for you, a nice surprise. Today I got Gacha Ghost sending me my card. Oh my god. I was too shy to ask because I'm like, I'm a staff member of Artifact. I can't be asking for this stuff anymore. But he surprised me with it. I didn't even have to ask. Oh my god, I was so excited. I am so jealous of everybody else who had theirs. And he made me look so sick. I can't wait to post it. I think you guys are gonna like it. And also, Ryder has been making my job so damn hard because he's just pumping these creations out, and I love it so much. But like, I'm like, which one do you expect me to choose? They're all so amazing, and I need to put something in the thread. But like, you're going above and beyond on every single one. So as much as I love creators creating, I think y'all need to slow down a little bit sometimes because I can't keep up. We also have Baron. No, Meryl came first. Sorry, Baron. Meryl, how you doing? Welcome.
Yo, what's up? What are you laughing at?
I'm just so sad that these spaces are so late for you. You've always
Welcome, Meryl. What's happening?
What's happening, man? It's
secret.
I'm literally in my girl's toilet, like speaking because she's sleeping,
Oh my god.
and I'm butt naked on the toilet, just like sitting here. So you guys better respect. That's the vision. That's the image that I'm giving you guys right now. Just
We
heading into
waited this long for this. It took
There's no
This is
render
why I
coming
love
out from
Meryl.
here, mate. There's no render coming out from this space where I am. So you
That's
just
where
gotta
true
keep in mind.
artistic genius comes from. Right where Mero is
Mhm.
right now.
The
He's
David,
cooking.
the
He's
Meryl.
cooking.
But I'll say I know this OG down there, so he's cooking something. I know that. I've not heard from him for a while, but he's also doing some renders, and CloneX is quietly down there too. But yeah, I actually wanted to give a shout out to the special someone who's doing the creators roundups, because to resonate with what Johnny X is saying, last 3 months or so, I think that's kind of what stimulated it as well. In response to our requests for, like, communication and everything else, and the vibe has picked up, because I think the garden has been kind of tended to, and these roundups do give visibility. They give recognition and continue to, like, I guess, round up and nurture that creative energy that everyone has, and gives it a bit of a, some history, because even the artifact profile is reposting some stuff specifically based on whatever they're allowed to post, and the artifact creators Twitter account is dedicated to a specific thing, and obviously now it's kind of propagating and the app's coming out, so it's gonna keep speeding up. So whoever that hag is, I shout out to that individual.
I accept that compliment with, with that final descriptive word. Thank you so much. Thank you for acknowledging. It's an absolute pleasure.
Shout out. Let's go.
Yeah, it's a pleasure every month, honestly, going through. Secretly, can you hear me?
Shout out OnCyber, because they've been working with Artifact for the longest time, and it's been 1 month since they released World Builder, so I'm going to shout them out. And everybody who's creating. Lots of shout outs.
This guy's just speaking over. I don't know if he can hear you, but yeah,
No, I don't hear somebody, right? Yo, somebody's not speaking.
Yeah, I was gonna say secretly you might be rugged, bro.
Someone was calling.
I think. Yeah, we heard both though. I think secretly was shouting out OnCyber as an organization, and Ferry was jabbering about something. I don't remember what.
Quit your jibber jabber. We also have Baron.
I'm getting too many calls. I'm getting rugged too. I love you guys.
Good riddance. Baron, hello. I think this is the first time you come up on Artifact Creator Spaces. The pleasure is all ours. Welcome. Can anyone hear me?
That's dope.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, we'll move on.
I was going to say.
Anya, I guess. Hi, my queen, my angel. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I hope you can hear me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the mics have been all wonky today. But yeah, I just want to wish Cam congratulations on becoming the very first.
Sorry, that was my bad.
Damn, just muted everyone.
I was bringing you up, sorry.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
She don't want to be heard.
She
doesn't care about your day. I'm just so I'm honestly hurt by this.
I was just trying to give flowers to Cam. I just wanted to wish him congratulations. But seriously, it's such a treat to be able to see like Cam come from the very beginning. He's so OG. He's been doing all these creations and all this work for the community and for everyone ever since we got our 3D files. He's really just been banging out all of these filters for everyone, and I'm just so proud of him and for all the work he's done and for the recognition he's receiving. And so just want to shout him out and say congrats, and for all the creators here. I know that everybody's in the midst of learning their medium and what they love, and whatever it is that you do, our thread writers, the people who create memes, we love you, and everybody that just renders and all your designs, whatever it is, big or small, we see you and we're so proud of you. So keep doing it. We're going to highlight you as best as we can. And sorry, we're all crammed into my office. We're printing Pokemon cards right now. So it's a party. So, but Thank you guys for always showing up on the timeline, for always pulling through and being here, being active, being a voice for our community, and for standing up for what you love. And it's amazing. Keep going.
Yo, is Anya copyright infringing right now?
Bro, I was gonna
I was
ask the
gonna say
same
that
I was
thing,
gonna
too.
ask.
dude.
What do you mean printing, dude?
Yo.
No, what?
Yo,
No,
what?
Fucking Pokemon cards.
no.
I've never.
Actually, we figured out how to make your own like custom cards, and my kids are obsessed with making like their own creations. So that's what we're doing. Don't report me.
Anya is dead
Oh,
ass the inflation to all of your Pokemon cards. The reason that y'all don't get
yeah.
the Charizards, you don't get the Pikachus, because she's making them. She's making them and taking them.
Poke derivatives over here.
No, honestly, it really threw me for a loop. My kids started coming home with these like metal cards that were like custom, and I was like, "What the heck is this? Like, I've never seen this card before. I don't think this exists." And now that's all my kids want to do is create their own Pokemon. So it's a movement. It's happening. Generation Alpha's taken over. I don't know what to do.
I was actually gonna say shout out to Boo as well. I know he's doing the filters. That's actually the person you can call to Ferry if you want someone to do the filters. I think he's got it down to a formula. I don't know how many he's done by now, but I just know that he's working hard on that, and I can only presume that we're gonna get the filters in the Artifact app at some point once they get the devs on that shit. But if not, then I guess we'll use Snapchat.
I've already asked Boo for a favor a while back. I kind of owe him one, so I'm just waiting until I can do that, and then hopefully I can get in his DMs again. The funniest thing just happened. Cam came up because Anya started complimenting him, and I was like, I'm not gonna let him up, even if he requests. But then obviously I let him up, and Twitter didn't accept him. It was crazy, but we finally have him up. Cam, I was saving you for next week, but I think people want to hear how you feel right now.
I was too tempted by the absolute chaos going on up here. I just had to get up and join in on the fun. But actually, I just wanted to say thank you to Anya and thank you to everyone else who's been just showering the compliments. It's been such a crazy, crazy journey. Like whoever was saying, I've been a part of this with so many other creators for I think it's like a year and a half now. So I guess that qualifies as OG. But it's just been the craziest journey. I know everyone's reflecting up here. There's been so many random things to happen across it all, but I just wanted to say thanks to everyone who's interested in the stuff I was doing, whether it was the filters or just content creation. And I'm excited to keep that going forward. I know we're in the mood of reflection. I don't know if we're picking favorite moments from this month or in general, but I was going through a lot of the highlights recently, and I gotta say one of my favorite clone moments, at least for me personally, was a Hyperfi party that Meta Mike threw. It was like so many of these, there's so much that happened, like going through it all, I've like lost track of it all. But this is like an underrated one that Meta Mike, I don't know if he's here, but he threw it together. And it was like when all the clones first got VRMs, and it was just an iconic moment that was like just representative of the fact that we all have 3D avatars and we all can have this privilege of doing things on platforms like Hyperfi and OnCyber. And it kind of was like a just a first taste of all that's possible for so many people. So shout out to Meta Mike because I think he curated a lot of that, and Beb also put in a lot of work to get those VRMs out to people. For me, seeing the community brought together like that was just the coolest thing ever. And now I'm just happy to be able to take my work and try to assist that mission. I've been doing a lot of AR face filter stuff, so slide into my DMs if you're trying to get your face filter set up and whatever it might be, whatever you're trying to solve. I'll always just be out here as a voice trying to help. So yeah.
Cam is too goated. Too goated, y'all. I think I remember there is a Clone LA party reminiscent, man. This guy put together
Not the first one. Don't
renders.
say the first one.
Yeah. Well, hey, look,
No.
you crushed it. You came through, and I just came through and had all these renders and AR stuff done. We're up till 3 a.m. and I feel like that's the same vibe that you still have, obviously. Just doing crazy work
Yeah, that
nonstop.
like all this stuff like that. It's been so long. Like that first CloneX LA event. I don't know when that was, but even that was just so cool to see everyone. That was like the early on stages. We're all just getting together and just contributing what we could contribute to it all. So it's just super cool to see it get to this point where we're in Anaheim next week and we're doing this SneakerCon huge event, and that came from like a really grassroots group that I just got roped into. So shout out to all the people that were there and that just specifically CloneX LA group who pulled me into that and like made me a part of that family, because that's essentially how I got started with a lot of the in real event stuff. So yeah, and also shout out to the bartender at that first CloneX LA event. They were pouring heavy drinks, and I don't even remember what I rendered. I don't know what was up on those screens.
Damn, Compound, don't you say a damn word. I don't know. I don't want to hear it. Damn.
Wait, let me tell you a story about Cass and Cam. Cass, you're talking about the bar? Okay. Cass, he will pour you a really heavy drink, and Cam, if you ever go to a function with him, he's got unlimited drink tickets in his pocket. They never end. So I just go up to Cam, like, Cam, can I get a drink ticket? And he'll just pull one out of his pocket, unlimited. So be around these guys when you're at the function. Find Cam, find Cass, ask them for drinks, drink tickets, anything. These are the guys.
I'm for the community. What can I say?
Yeah, for real, Cam, dude. Congratulations on everything, man. It's been so dope to see the journey, honestly, since being one of the first clones in the beta app that you created probably a year and a half, 2 years ago for the clones, and seeing the ever progression, and now to this, man. I mean, it's just you're just getting started. I know it, and the sky's the limit for you, bro. But congrats. I'll see you next weekend too.
Thank you, bro. I'm excited for next weekend. Run it back.
You know, one of my favorite things that I've made is with the Evita app. I went next to Yobs as he was sitting on his chair working on his PC, and I brought my avatar out and I made her kick him in the head. And that was one of my favorites. So thank you, Cam, for bringing my clone to life very early on.
That's also a hilarious video. If anyone hasn't seen it, you got to dig it up. But don't you dare kick Yobs like that ever again.
Yes, sir.
Shout out, yeah. I have to, while we're reflecting, I have to say thank you to Yobs as well, because at the very start, when even before we got 3D clone files, I was like trying to just like make my own version of my clone. So I found this really like janky bootleg way using this software called Vroid to make something that looked like my clone. And Yobs was also at the same time making like shoes for his CloneWire project. And he just like gifted me a bunch of 3D shoes. And that for me, that was like, as someone new to the community, that was the coolest and nicest person I could have run into at the start there. So that really kickstarted me trying to get into this like virtual production, 3D content creation with my clone, using all these assets from the community. So thank you, Yobs. Those shoes are so dope and they deserve to be brought back. Bring back the Forever Eye shoes. Those are hot.
I was gonna jump in, man. Like, what the hell? Like, what a incredible, I don't know, thing to say about me, like introduction or whatever you want to call it. But man, I'm absolutely honored, and likewise, saying back to you, like when I was making those trainers and sneakers and stuff, and I see you just making animations of stuff, and then I don't know how it all worked out, but yeah, man, like I thought you was doing like the most dope stuff, and then as soon as all the 3D files came out, everyone else, just focused on stuff. And this guy was out here focused on just bringing everybody's avatars to life, like literally everyone. I don't think Cam's ever, done anything in this space for any kind of like self gain. It seems it's just all been 100% for the clones, man. And I would say I wanted to come up here and congratulate you before you threw all of them flowers at me, but I just wanted to say like congratulations. That I don't think there's anyone more deserving, I would say, of a position like this. And we have incredible people in our community as well. So I wanted to throw it there as well quickly, like the curation you guys do every month when we look back through the, through all of the stuff, and every like 25 tweet thread, all of these like different titles and genres and everything, and every single one is a banger from the community. And it's just so incredible to see all of us out here just making shit for the sake of making shit, and it's just legendary. It's legendary. So once again, well done, you guys. And Cam, congratulations, man. Absolutely love you. Keep shredding it. Keep killing it. You're the GOAT, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it as always. Anytime the GOAT comes up here and drops flowers, it's an honor. I really didn't want to like hijack this space, so we can throw it back to whoever else has highlights or whatnot. I know there's so many talented creators in the crowd, so whoever else wants to come up and share their favorite.
Y'all leave
things.
Cam alone.
Dude, I can't get
Damn, no,
up. Cassie,
let's throw it to yeah, you just need to add another person as a host. So maybe invite Cam as a host, so he has to stay and he has to he has to be grilled. No, but let's start to Ilan, and then we'll go to Meryl, and we got some others who just jumped up as well. Ilan, what's
cool.
going
Thanks.
on?
Look, I'll definitely pop down after I say my piece, because I've been listening in, and really just, it's one of the really funny things about a reminiscence space or a catch up space, is that you get a lot of unique individuals up here that are for the community, and we all talk about the connections that we have with one another, and we all talk about just the amazing things and evolution of people's creativity and spirit, and I think that it really says a lot about the core crew and Artifact. I think that these projects are nothing without the communities, and a lot of times, especially in this space, communities, it kind of has to carry the project on their back because there's a lot of downtime, there's a lot of lulls in the deliverables for the team. And I think that that's what Artifact has done so well is that they've given tools to creators to really fill that void with really innovative and amazing shit that people can connect over and collaborate with. And so I think it's such an important aspect of what we're all here for, and that is not just the connection part, but like leveling up our our skill set, leveling up our networks, leveling up our communication skills, and it's I'm better for it, and I thank this community for that. Like I really appreciate this community, the ability to show up whenever you can, add your 2 cents, and have everyone be like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. And I definitely want to shout Illa. He did a dope render, and I have to echo what I don't know if it was Rose or Anya, but somebody was saying, like, when you get one of those DMs and somebody says, give me those files, you just automatically get hella pumped. Because you're like, yeah, I know what's coming. And then obviously echo the future, right? Because what we're doing right now is living in the future and in this project. And obviously Anya's kids know that. Like, they don't want to be in a read-only culture. They want to be in a creative culture. They don't want just Pokemons that they buy over the shelf. They want to create their own. And it's a powerful sort of antidote to where we already are and where the future wants to be. And that's like not just a consumer of culture, but a co-creator of culture. And, that's what you really see, I think, in this project more than most is that, the people that are here and putting in and creating and leveling up are really the co-creators of what Artifact is. And that's fucking special, dude. That's sacred shit. And I really am stoked to be a part of it. So.
Yeah, super dope as always. Love hearing Ilan talk. Yeah, just him and Dre. Those two are like the. I was gonna. Oh, what's the actor's name from? Dang, what's it called? Blacklist. He just has like really great monologues. I'm blanking on his name, but I'll scream it out later at one point. Johnny, let's throw it to you. I think. Oh well, let's throw it to Meryl real quick because it is like 4 a.m. his time. He's in a bathroom somewhere, so we gotta be respectful of global situations, So let's throw it to Meryl real quick.
Thanks. I'll try to be quick because I know I've had already some airtime. But yeah, when Elon started that, I was like, huh? Like all the credit goes to Artifact. But yeah, you finished it with like the community is actually the most of it. So I definitely resonate with that. But if we're still doing shout outs, I definitely want to shout out the space holders, obviously the Dre's and the Tinas, and everyone else that does all the spaces. And to be honest, I think the people that may have been forgotten are the event hosts. As much as that may be a self shout out, it is still a big component of the physical meetups, and that goes for everything from the LA ones to the New York ones to the Singapore one's happening soon as well, right? And they already had one before, but I think the visibility of that it has been missed in the same way that the creators has been missed pre Artifact creators like Twitter activations. So just wanted to highlight everyone that puts in time because the events are challenging, and obviously there was a change in management, and everyone in the whole process was working hard to figure out how to do that. So I think just my 2 cents, and yeah, I'll just stop there for now.
I love that suggestion, Meryl. I will definitely pass that over to Hondra of his many billion jobs. Maybe he can put a thread together because it's more of a community thing, and then we can maybe retweet it from Artifact creators, or then they could send me the stuff so we can make the thread. That is a very, very great suggestion, though. Thank you.
I mean, literally just following up what Ilan said, right? They're giving you the tools, but they're giving you the tools to actually create careers, right? I think it's like when you really look back on it, it's like I could technically get probably 8 different careers just based off of the work that I've put in through the Artifact community. Like I was literally getting paid full time to be a 3D designer after 2 months of being like getting my 3D files, and I'd never been in 3D before, right? And so it's like these are the things where it's like when you're working in Blender alone, right? You're a creative director, you're the director, you're the animator, you're the the lighting guy. I mean, it's just in that one program, right? It's like you're learning to basically curate a business in a way. It's pretty insane, right? Because your clone is your quote unquote business in a way. So it's like not only are they giving you like the tool, I mean, you bought into it, right? But it's like they're giving you the actual foundational tools to create like career paths and actually like a separate path for your life, where it's like all of a sudden you dedicate. I mean, Cam is like a perfect example. It's like he's been doing it for a while, but it's like, he's honed his skills and like done such crazy shit. I mean, a lot of there's so many different people that have so many different skill sets and so many different art forms here. I think that's what's so cool. It's like I do my thing, Cam does his thing. I mean, all these people do their things, but then it's like you learn, and then Artifact is literally supplying you with like tools, and they're continually upgrading them to make it a lot easier for you. So that's it's just something that's again underutilized by the community, I think, because again, not a whole lot of people are actually utilizing what they're giving us and telling us kind of do your thing, and then when the time comes, like it'll be worth it, right? It's like the select few of us that have kind of taken it, but it's the tools and the foundation is absolutely huge, because again, I wouldn't have anything to work on in Blender. I mean, the perfect example is that like Rupsy was telling me, learn Blender, right? So when you get your 3D files, and I didn't even open it, didn't even download it. And the second I got my clone, I downloaded it, and then I had to literally spend months and much catching up just to try to get to the skill set. But I wouldn't have created if I didn't have a clone, right? And so now that I have my clone, and then I'm going to get my clothes here soon, hopefully, and then I'm going to get my shoes and all this other stuff to be able to actually build what an actual story is around your clone. It's insane, right? When you really think about what they've given you. I mean, again, you bought into it, but the tools that they're giving you to foundationally build is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot to be said there, right? Like, there are those people that not just are innately talented and innately creative. There is like usually the necessity of a spark, right? Like that we hear that a lot, a spark of genius. And like to what you were saying, right, is they've the provision of that spark shouldn't be overlooked. You know, it's such an integral part of like catalyzing people's, you know, what already like creative spirit. So yeah, man, I echo that big time, but also want to double back on Julian and Prez. I got to give those guys flowers because they're, you know, they're out there doing the little things. And I think whenever, you know, the sort of the accumulation of those little things turns into a really big thing. And that's providing, you know, people, especially new people, their first edits. And that's fucking cool, man. That's what, you know, creates bonds and really gels people with a community where they first buy a clone. They really aren't sure like where to go, what to do, and you know the first thing they receive is a edit by Prez that gives them the AR hoodie, and it's like, okay, like I belong, you know what I mean? And I think that's really that's a powerful statement for community.
Yo, I'll piggyback on that, dude. Juju, before I was like doing anything in Photoshop, Juju is who I contacted for a PSD file so that I could start learning Photoshop and doing edits. And my first ones I did was like 200-300 edits of the hoodie edit back in December before we had even gone to Art Basel. So I hadn't met everybody IRL. And Juju is who got me into Photoshop. So I love that dude. He got me into creating something, and it was edits.
I think those guys also, they just make it look so easy, and people don't really realize how much time and work actually goes into some of the small stuff they're doing for everyone. So yeah, I'm just tripling down on what's been said already, but shout out to those guys who go out of their way, Ali, everyone who's just doing stuff for everyone else just so they have an enjoyable time coming into the ecosystem, because it makes a huge difference. So thank you as always to y'all.
I'm just gonna jump in here and quadruple down on everything that's just been said. But I just want to take it back to what Johnny was saying as well, with how Artifact are given, you know, the tools and the foundations for what, you know, you can build like a career out of it. But not only are they doing that, they're also presenting us like opportunities. We're in like a bit of a echo chamber, but like best believe like now, like, you know, all of these creators that you guys have highlighted directly on the creators website, like, you know, the Artifact website, like it helps any of us as like designers or even budding creators or even like professional designers or any artist to, if we wanted to go and like look for jobs elsewhere, all we got to do is like, oh look, my portfolio, my artwork is on artifact.com. Like what more do you need to see? Like, and that's all they're going to need to see for anyone to be like, yeah, you're hired. Do you know what I mean? So not only are they providing the foundation, the tools, they're providing like levels and levels of things on top of all of that to, you know, help us out in every which way. So it's just incredible to see everyone in here doing their thing and like going for it. And thank you to Artifact and everyone in the team for always supporting us and pushing us forward and trying to take us as far as we can go. So thank you guys, man.
Yeah, I gotta chime in because I feel like it's super cool. This is like been obviously a trip down damn memory lane, and so it's very much just like a weird time. You know, I feel like this time last year, we were all like getting right into the heat of Monolith 2, so it's almost been like a year since, and a lot of things have happened, and it feels like ages ago. But I think the cool part is it's like a give and take. Everybody's been, you know, pushing and pulling and finding ways to like make things happen, because it's not easy to get stuff done. Like a good idea is a good idea, but like to actually make stuff happen and be like a real thing, like it takes work. And so I think it's super cool to see moments like this and things that are coming. SneakerCon, for those who are coming, please make sure to enjoy yourself. If you aren't coming, make sure to check out the live stream, because we're talking about highlighting people, and so it's like obviously time to kind of keep that in mind. That's exactly what will be happening. It'll be of sorts the first Clone Awards show, and so it's gonna be really cool to see just more of this, what we're kind of doing for the people. And a lot of people will be at SneakerCon too, so it definitely is just one of those moments where for some people they might be seeing clones for the first time, being like, interesting, like what is this like whole like setup happening over here? And I mean, some of y'all know how Clone LA rolls. We got energy to us, and so we like to draw people in. So I'm excited to see how this weekend goes. Like it's gonna be fun, and I'm just excited for the future, what everybody's doing, because like y'all said, it's an ecosystem. Artifact is building out like the brand, and then the culture that is built behind it is all from the community, and what we want to do and where we go is largely dictated to what everybody's saying and doing. So it's like it's just super cool. But let's throw it to Dre Mill, the CloneX Morgan Freeman, as I dubbed him. But that was actually what y'all dubbed him, because it's been so like cool to see once again just someone super like talented and like knowledgeable about a lot of different things, but find his way just existing in, because you were in all the spaces from the early days, and I remember chatting with you and stuff, but then you just really dove in once the heat hit. So it's just dope to see how things go.
Man, I appreciate the kind words, bro. I really hate that Morgan Freeman dub, but I appreciate every other kind word you said.
Damn! He said, "There's no gray in my dress, bro."
Nah, you already know what it is, man. We had our conversations, and thank you for that. I appreciate you saying that. When it came down to it, and how I always say, like, I'm not a bandwagon jumper, man. Like, if I believe in something, I'm gonna be there and fight for it to the end of the earth. And that was the time for us to take off and get into the streets and knuckle up. So that's what we did. So, but I jumped up here to speak about the homie Cam, even though he doesn't want anyone else to talk about him. Him and I had many conversations in Tokyo, and the bottom line of those conversations was just patience, right? Like we both were sitting and venting to each other our perspectives on how everything was working and where it was flowing. And that's been the message that I've been spreading to each and every person that I could speak to, ever since the FUD was here. So look at us now, right? Like everything is coming to people who well deserve it. Cam, you are definitely one of those individuals. I said it to you behind closed doors. I'm gonna say it to you on this stage. Like I do everybody else when I come and give their flowers, because it's true, man. Like you've been killing it for so long, forever, right? Like the early CloneX LA party, which was in July of 2022, I think. Yeah, that you've been up there knocking out stuff for people at moment's notice at all times, and you've been very appreciative and appreciative of everything that you've done. And I'm glad to see you getting your flowers, man. I'm glad to see you getting your opportunity, because it's well deserved. It's award season. It's event season. Everybody's been put into the places where they should be, and it's amazing to see everything unfold. But I'm gonna give you your flowers, man, like you deserve, bro. And I'm sure y'all gonna go in ham next week on the next Artifact Creator Space, but I'll probably be running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this off right now for you, man. But thank you for everything. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your execution. Thank you for that one time we went into the club and you disappeared and started around just dancing with everybody that we saw. That was fire. Thank you for all the experiences, man. I'm not gonna go too far into those details, but I appreciate you, man, for sure.
Thank you for those kind words, and just thinking back on the fact that we were just like strolling around Tokyo with Meryl and having these conversations. It's just a wild opportunity to have. Like I would never ever think that I'd be able to go to Japan, yet, let alone like wander around with clones like Dre, Meryl, and just talk about these wild things. So grateful for you for always just listening and being a voice, and hearing what I had to say and what Meryl had to say or whoever had to say from all our perspectives, because I think it's a big family, and those things should be shared. So appreciate you as always. I hope we get to walk around in Tokyo again sometime soon.
Guys, don't forget, next week we have Cam as our guest. So, yeah, bring more flowers. That's what you need to do.
Who?
Oops.
I'm there.
Well, I'm throwing
Cam,
this
so.
out there. I'm throwing this out there now. I did it last year. I'm gonna do it again. This is just based off the community. Just posted. If it hasn't posted yet, it's gonna be posted. If you didn't receive a dunk last year, based off your clone, drop its number. I'm gonna be designing some crypto dunks inspired by clones over the next month and just see what we can come up with. So if you see the post, like it, retweet it, tag some clones, and definitely post your clone with its number. Don't forget its number.
Hey, yo, I'm jumping in right now.
Oh my god. You guys are spoiled.
We need to bring back those dunk hats like ASAP. If you know,
I'm excited to see what Johnny keeps cooking. This man is the definition of like dedicated work and just crushing. Let's throw it to Baron. I feel like he has been like just lurking in the corner in his suit, just trying to get situated, sit correctly, and now I feel like he's good. So what's going on, Baron?
What's up? I this Twitter thing didn't want me up here accepting all these awards and flowers that you guys have been giving me. It keeps kicking me down. I appreciate all the good things people have said about me. No, I'm kidding. No one's fucking mentioned my name. I think this is cool what you guys are doing. I didn't really realize what was going on at first. But yeah, the creators and the people that are pushing content have kept me engaged. They've made it so that, I can show off, clone renders and stuff like that to people who aren't in the project yet. Increasing clone visibility, as we say. So, yeah, it's everybody that's been mentioned so far, from Illa to Cam to Ali to, you start naming names, you're going to forget somebody. And then, Illan hit on, people like Prez, who are constantly shooting off, edits for brand new clones. I think that's invaluable. He's in the Discord. He's every night streaming Bad Take from his loot pod, showing the technology that is available there and how much can be done inside OnCyber, and in a well-curated pod. I just, there's only so much, I can take the time to learn it, and I will, but the people that have been so gracious to take my files and put them to work, it brings me further and further into the project, which is super fire. And now it's like a whole different ball game, because I got my cleats, Trey, and I've been posting. I already did a workout in these things, and it's surreal, to be honest. I'm stoked to be here, and Bad Take. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention them. They saved, in my eyes, they saved a lot more heartache and pain. They may have saved Artifact, and not to say that Artifact wouldn't have made it, but it was imperative for somebody to take the reins like they did, and then be consistent every night on time. Every night that's scheduled, weekday nights. It allowed me to send tweets to people and say, "Hey, come and join us in Bad Take. We're here every night, weekdays, at 6 p.m. PST." And just being able to know that, you know, that space is going to be there to refer people to is invaluable. And just like Prez, it's like someone's got a new clone. Usually Prez will catch it, but if he doesn't, or people pick up their second or third clone or whatever, and they want an edit, they're sending it to Prez. And so it really enhances the experience. And then my final comment is to the team themselves. You know, you guys were in a between a rock and a hard place in my eyes. You know, I don't think anything that happened with the monolith was like an on purpose deal. But my kids just got home from school. You know, just putting your heads down and grinding like you did, and always showing up with a smile, you know, as it seemed on the timeline. It's a promotion by attraction or attraction by promotion, however that goes. If somebody's attracted to the people, they're more likely to stay. And I think we have a really well spoken. I'm not sure I felt that vibe in other projects that I, you know, touched along the way. So, yeah, it's a group effort, it's a team effort, and I'm just so stoked to be here. That's all I got for now.
Baron, I heard you run away from your kids so fast when they started yelling. I could hear the wind in your phone as you ran away. We love you,
They're
Baron.
going
Thank
after.
you for being here
They're
always.
just stoked. He's stoked about the shoes. I've got him on foot right now. They're like, holy cow! And yeah, it's good. This is a family deal. You know what I'm saying? And I got to tell you, what the piece of clothing, I've been wearing all this stuff around town, and the robot vest, it just stops people in their tracks. I mean, it absolutely is a showstopper. And I haven't done my angel jacket with no shirt underneath. I'm going to save that for LA. Do that later. But yeah, it's we become walking billboards, and then everybody starts asking about it, and word of mouth is people are talking, and I can't. It just feels good, man. I love the gear. Like there's a reason I'm wearing these shoes so fast, and I'm working out in them already. It's like I came here for this stuff. You know what I mean? I came here to get limited edition gear, and it kind of makes me feel that something about putting stuff on like that really gets me going, gets my giblets going, right, Trey? And so I can't. Just the quality of the product is freaking insane. So you know. There's so many things I can be thankful for, and but again, that's all I got for now because I'll go on and on.
Baron with the most beautiful takes recently, I must say. I listen back to bad takes sometimes when I have the time, and I can hear you guys, you, Kuro, all of you guys just going in and kind of educating everybody and bringing the vibe. So thank you to you guys as well. I'm going to pass it over to V, but we also have two other people requesting to come up. So if anybody wants to step down, please do so. V, what you got?
I would like to emphasize what Baron said, because in long story short, being a clone is so fun. Like, all caps, very many O's, so fun. When I was outside looking in, it looked very fun because of like the cool stuff that everyone was putting out, the art, the different types of people, the ambition that everyone had. And then when I like showed interest in it, like everyone was so welcoming, everyone was really cool, and that definitely encouraged me to like pursue really joining officially. And when I did, it just like exponentially got way more fun, and I feel like things are just starting to heat up. So I'm really excited to see all the other crazy stuff that is coming down the pipeline. I also want to say that I have never quested as a clone officially. So if anyone wants to accidentally say something about that, Anya, or something, I don't know, Cass. Our lips are sealed.
That's smooth. That was very smooth, V. Well done.
I'll say something. It's Liddy AF. You don't know what you're missing out on.
Thank you, Dre. I'll write that down.
Before I step down, I did. It has come to my realization that Prez is the archivist. Like he's actually archiving a lot of these moments, these spaces, and one day we'll be able to look back and Prez will be the fucking biggest G ever. So well done. I'm step down.
Prez
Yeah, shout
hasn't
out to
missed.
Prez.
He hasn't missed a recording a Bad Take Space in 8 months, bro. Every night he pops in. Baron's up there on stage. We go. He hasn't missed one either, and Prez records it. And we have it archived on YouTube because honestly, Twitter isn't the best at archiving these things. In 30 days, they get deleted. But he comes through every night, man, and records them. I love it.
That silent but strong robot type. Gotta love him.
Robots are actually goated, honestly. Prez, we love you and we appreciate you. Thank you. Actually, I might throw it to you. Might as well. You've come up.
I was hoping he was going to jump in. That's why I made the joke.
Let's go to the hands. Prez, what's up?
I thought that was my cue to enter, but I didn't want to be too presumptuous. But no, big shouts to everybody. Thanks for all the kind words. Not sure what to say besides, well, you got a lot of people who covered a lot of the bases here today. A lot of amazing creators. Awesome working with everybody. It's been notable. Though I think the output of the creators has stepped up. Like, you know, people were good at just like the volume of the output is just like really cranking out. So, man, it's been a great few weeks, topped off by everybody getting their CIRLs early, just ahead of the Anaheim event. I don't know, everything's great. Great kind words from everybody. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, though. One thing I will mention, shout out that I am proud of creation earlier this month. Shake got not only to get a Murakami DNA clone, he got this dope Lux pod, and he entrusted me in decorating the whole thing. So do check out Shake's pod. I'll leave the link in the comments below. I'm very proud of it. It looks super dope. Hope to see it on the RTFKTCreators pod feature section.
Legend. Thank you.
Are we going to be throwing...
Sorry, Anya.
We got to throw some... No, you're fine. I was going to say we got to throw more parties in there. It's probably going to be the hottest place we need to all hang out in there.
Definitely almost deserves like a party at some point. So maybe we'll have some of the Bad Take crew or some of the official homies come through. Like I said, check out the comment section for a preview of this dope Flex spot.
Yeah, shout out to Prez. Jeez, y'all. It's crazy thinking about like how many people who do just like genuinely just support what's happening, and it's purely based off of like time and energy and natural talents that people are supplying. It's like the most unique shit I've ever been a part of. That's why it's like some days, yeah, it's just like, damn, what am I doing? Like, this is crazy. Like, this is the coolest, most unique thing ever. But
it's weird. Is it weird to say that I feel lucky? Like,
definitely.
And I know it's weird, but it's like, again, I've always viewed this project with a 10-year time horizon, right? And that's like minimal time horizon, right? I always say just think about the 10-year time, and it's like just thinking about being here. Like I say it in Bad Take all the time, we're literally writing history. Like being a guy from sneakers, right, and being part of the sneaker industry, like we're literally writing history to the point where it's like this has never been done, ever. Right, in the human society that we all wear shoes and we walk around this planet, right? This is, I mean, just on one micro scale with these shoes, right? This is something that is going to redefine and set a standard for the industry of footwear, right? And especially Nike, who's like owns footwear, right? So it's just sick to know that we are lucky enough to be the ones that are here, not only like participating, but like writing the history of the brand and writing the history of like what it's going to turn into, right? It's like the more lore each individual clone gets and writes their own story, like the more powerful this entire project becomes, right? All of a sudden, one clone hits hard. We do have LeBron James in this project. Don't forget that, right? That's just one random random dude, but it's like he's a big random dude, right? So it's just cool to know that we're lucky enough to not only build the relationships with everyone in here, because I think that's probably one of the biggest takeaways for this entire thing is just the people that we get to communicate with and interact with. Again, that's why I'm super excited for LA next week. But yeah, just shout out to everyone in here, like literally every single person in here, whether you're creating or not, whether you're just a listener that always just sits down in that listening box and just zones out and vibes. It's like, yeah, we're all here for one reason. I'm just super fortunate and lucky enough to be here with all you guys.
Preach! I agree with every single word you said, and thank you for putting the words that are just like spinning around in my head, putting them out into the world, because I honestly, I feel the same. Like, I love everybody so much, and none of this would be possible without you guys. So thank you for giving us all your time and your energy and just leveling up and doing this because you love it. We also have Jace up on stage. Are you up on a mountain or are you in home?
Oh, I'm sitting in home now. I actually requested and then I unrequested and then requested, then I thought I unrequested, but then you pulled me up and I was like, all right, I'm here. But
Don't be shy.
the end of what Johnny said is what I was going to say is, bro, everybody that's here, and I don't want to say still here because that's like one of those super cliche GM tweets, but like the people that are still going through it, no matter what you're doing, if you're still here, that's amazing. It's like a typhoon, hurricane, earthquake, and a mudslide, and you're still grinding or chilling. So I think that's awesome. So that was who I was going to shout out. And then the one I was also going to shout out, who said nobody said his name, was Baron. I don't know what I put my knee pads on for Artifact comment was. I didn't know if he was gardening or playing volleyball. Whatever those knee pads did, he changed his tune, and he hit me in the DMs, got me to change my tune. I had to focus on legit touching grass for about a month, but now I'm feeling good. So thank you, everybody. And I'm super, 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 super pumped that I get to be in LA when the LA business goes down. So I'm super hyped for that.
Ooh, okay. I get to hear some IRL tales from the Scottish Shires directly from Jace Bennett himself. That's crazy. This is news to me, dude. This is why it's so exciting. Sometimes it's like you don't realize how much, especially the outside looking in, some people who might not, like, if you jumped into this space for the first time, you wouldn't realize like how many clones like know each other and have like made these little like IRL connections, offline connections, random chat backroom connections and shit. So it's hilarious. I should have said pause at some point during that. But let me throw it to Brongus, and then we'll throw it to Kuro. So Brongus, what's going on?
Hello everybody. What's up? It's nice to meet you all. I mean, I joined some days ago, maybe a week ago, and I'm so proud, so happy, and so excited to join this fam. You know, I was watching this project and was so far from my possibilities. So it's really an honor to be here. I started to learn 3D stuffs maybe 2-3 months ago. I started to cook some animation, some renders, and so on. I also commented this space with one of my animation, my first animation with my clone. I mean, I love this project because I think will be one of the best project. As a lot cooking right now, so I have still to learn everything because I'm so new. So I will learn better and will deep dive in everything. But I'm really, really, really happy and proud to be here. I wanted to give a huge shout out to the creators in this community because I saw a lot of crazy stuffs. And I mean, I'm so impressed. So thanks for having me and shout out to everybody here. Love, love, love.
Well, congratulations on your clone, Brongis. Welcome to the family. And also, I can't wait to see your creations. Make sure you tag RTFKTCreators so we don't miss them. But yeah, welcome. We also have Kuro up on stage. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, good afternoon. So I have a couple of things. First, there's no such thing as a floor clone. Clones are timeless. That's the second thing. Third, when Clone DAO, is that still happening or is that like effectively scrapped from like the original plan? Just wondering.
Sorry, what did you ask?
Clone DAO.
That's a cast question.
No, I think any sort of DAOs are kind of be complicated depending on like what you're trying to do. Because we've seen, dude, like let's be real. I think they're in. I'm looking at 15 different people on the stage who have probably worked in like large groups and have done like some sort of like fun project within clones or artifact or something else, and just like realize what it's like when you have like 15 or more, like 5 or more people. Like it just becomes really hard to like get anything done. Like you just gotta, you know, you don't want those like group votes to turn into like wars, and it's gonna be angels versus demons real hardcore in those scenarios. So I think the fun part is like people are more than welcome to do what they want and like group together and band up. But it's just, yeah, I think there's ideas that artifact will try to do, artifact creators will try to do, that it ties people into it, as we've seen with people like him jumping in. But yeah, it's a new future. Johnny was making all the points, y'all. Like this is very much what you guys are thinking is what's being created. That's the kind of the way it should work. Otherwise, it's not going to keep going. So like, I think it's super fun to see how it'll progress.
Okay.
Cass, I love your professional corporate speak about how DAOs are illegal and we don't want the silly eagle chimpanzees to come after us for creating DAOs.
DAOs aren't illegal. DAOs are just businesses.
We could just keep buying all the angels, Kiro. I'm down with that. Let's just stack angels.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm a reptile. I don't want anything to do with you guys. No offense or anything, right? But between like the two of us that are active, Baron and myself, and
Pumpysha.
Yeah, also Pumpisha when he's
and Dora.
But he's gonna switch to a Murakami DNA soon, so we don't really count him. It's just me and Baron right now, and yeah, just looking for more reptiles.
So, Kuro, since you're here, how about you tell us what your favorite creation's been in the past month?
Definitely Ali's short film. And then anyone doing the filters, those are like anything to do with the filters. Those are my other favorite thing that's been going on in the ecosystem. Obviously, I love all the renders that are being done. I've had a couple done by people in other communities that are looking to join the ecosystem and they just want to play around with somebody's 3D files. But it's definitely the film because that gave maximum visibility to the clone creators. So that was by far my favorite thing that happened.
And going back to being active in the community too, right? It's like he didn't just randomly pick those 200 clones, right? Again, he's not he's not part of the team, but again, this is one of those additives that it's like if you're active, these are the quote unquote side effects of being active, right? Now imagine when Artifact is doing these videos. Who do you think they're going to need to fill those videos? Just a thought.
Johnny just gets it. You guys should hang out with Johnny more often.
So is there going to be like some sort of community proposal system so that we can propose maybe a film that's sponsored and by Artifact, directed by the community, and worked on by the community.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this is what I love about the Artifact project and as a whole, right? They've given you all the emails to like reach out to the team. So if you actually have an idea, I think Dre is a perfect example of it, right? It's like you're hungry, you got an idea, well, reach out to the team, figure out how to figure out the logistics, put in that work, and anything is possible.
That's right. Anything is possible. But also, we've gone over the hour. We've got, I don't know, maybe like we can go for another 5-10 minutes. If anybody else wants to talk about their favorite creations or their most challenging, we didn't even get to the other questions. How crazy is that? But yeah, anybody else want to add something?
New clone in the top part where you pin posts. New clone. Reptiles are coming.
The reptiles are coming, bro. Damn. Kiro, you gotta recruit, bro. Get them reptiles out here.
Bro, I don't know. I might do spaces again. I'm just not. I don't know. My spaces get kind of crazy because I don't like muting people, so I got to figure that one out.
I'll start repping my reptile now, Kiro. I'll switch the PFP for a little while here. I actually should. I never have switched it over to that guy, and I love my reptile.
Okay, it's comeback season then.
Well, if no one else got something to say, just thanks for the hosts. Honestly, appreciate you guys. Honestly, being a creator within this space, it means the world to be highlighted, and get your work, have some kind of appreciation for it. I know we're all kind of doing this for our own self, but just having a platform to be highlighted on it means the world. Like whenever you get that tag on there. So, just appreciate you guys for showing love to all the artists and the creators and mind makers and everything like that. So. I think I speak for everyone when I say that.
Aw, so cute. That's like a perfect way to end the spaces. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and bringing your contributions. And I'm very, very excited to talk to Cam next week and figure out what's his plans, dude. What are you going to do? Huh? What you got up your sleeve? So, yeah, let's get it. Cass, any final words? All right. Talk to you later. Bye.